Hello and welcome to my mechanics presentation. The first thing I want to show off is the platform spawner. So you can shoot the projectile and then spawn a little projectile underneath you, or a platform underneath you. This is really good for the players so that they can use the platform to get around however they like around the map if they are skilled enough. And this is located actually in the BP weapon component blueprint. This is where I made a enhanced input action called spawn platform, which I connected to right click. And whenever it's triggered, it will first destroy the last one that was created, so that there can't be more than two. It will get the world location of the current projectile, which is the disk, and it will spawn a spawned platform, which looks you already saw it, but it's green. Um, and after that, it destroys the projectile that you spawned, so that the disk isn't just continuously flying around. The second mechanic I want to show off are the turrets. The turrets will lock onto you and shoot at you from a distance, but because of their slow projectiles, it's relatively easy to dodge. They can be destroyed by hitting them with a disc. Alright, and the turrets are here in the turret pawn class that I made. It's seemingly a lot of code. I've got pawn sensing here. It casts to the first person character, and on pawn sensing, we do a sequence node so that we can get the world rotation of the turret, and that will turn it and set its actor rotation to the actor location of the first person character. So anywheres where the player character is, whenever it senses it, it will turn and face it. The turret will then trigger a retrigger roll delay on 1 second duration, where it spawns a turret bullet. It's just a little red orb, and this will track towards the player slowly. The third mechanic I want to show off is the slow time. So you grab the cube right here and it slow time while the player still has mostly the same amount of movement speed. This allows the player to take advantage of this slowed movement to kind of go around and take out a whole bunch of turrets at one time. See, right here, cube here, and then we can just take out a whole bunch of these turrets here and minimize being hit. That is located here at the pause cube blueprint, which doesn't pause. I thought about pausing it, but decided not to, because I couldn't figure out a way to get the player to continue moving while the rest of the world was stopped. Um, but on begin overlap with the player, it sets the visibility of the static mesh and the collision to be invisible and non-collidable, so it's still there for a little while. And then it sets the global time dilation to half for a delay of 3 seconds, and then sets the global time dilation back to normal after the time period, and then it destroys the cube. The last mechanic I want to show off is the little data cube collectibles that I've got hidden around the map. They look kind of like turrets, except they don't do anything. They are like collectibles. They spawn a fiery emitter at their location, so that the player knows it has been collected. And there are 3 of them hidden around the map. They are really just collectibles. They don't have any significant like features, kind of like coins in Mario. And those are over here in the firewall collectible, where the casts a first-person projectile, and whenever it's hit, it spawns the emitter at the actor location, and then calls the data cube and destroys the actor. I've got the BP portal over here. I'm getting ahead of myself. The BP portal is actually at the very end there, and what that checks for is for all three of those data cubes right there to be collected by the player, and then it drops it drops the firewall down so that the player can go into the portal. So let me just collect all three of those right quick. Oop. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I've got teleporters hooked up around the map so that if the player runs into a wall, they will simply go to the adjacent wall where they spawn. So if I go into the floor, I'll spawn at the top. And if I go into, like, let's say this spot over here, which is adjacent to the teleporter, I'll spawn over at the teleporter, where it is now unlocked. So there's my stats being displayed right there. I've got seconds remaining, the red data cubes left, slow time cubes left, and the turrets remaining. Those are all being kept here in the portal, which is on begin overlap. It gets all the actors of class being the key data cubes, and once that's reached 0, I then go to the first person character, create a widget, add that to viewport. I'm doing a whole bunch of binding events to collectibles so I can track that data between the collectibles. And that's pretty much it. That's all the mechanics. Thank you for listening.